All right, we are back again, and we're going to continue from where we stopped. We stopped at Solar Window Technologies. Solar Windows is still up 8%. Yeah, if you just joined us, subscribe, like, and share. So this is the site for Solar Windows. It says CO2 win for environment, 50 times powerful performance when model for buildings engineered to outperform rooftop solar by 50-fold, applied to acres of glass windows on buildings rather than limited rooftop space. Electricity on glass, plastic and films, liquid electricity, transform ordinary surfaces into electricity generating products, bringing liquid electricity to life. Solar Windows Inc. If you just joined us, subscribe, like, and share. Okay, thank you very much for joining us. We're covering Solar Windows and we're looking at their website now. So hit that like button, subscribe. Okay, yes. Liquid energy, what is it? Solar Windows says transparency with power, self-charging, infinite energy, works in natural and artificial lighting, transparent, multiple color options, light, ultra lightweight liquid coatings. That's the stock here. That's the stock of this company of liquid electricity, or rather Solar Windows. They're up 8.9%, and we can always find out what the gossip is. We're still reading what the folks at Seeking Alpha have to say about them, but let's see the Reddit folk what they're saying. Yeah. Solar Window Technologies. So let's solar. Yes, apparently there are speculations that the owners of this solar windows, they are trying to top up their stock, you know. That's and they have been trying to defend that. So that I hope that does not knock off our, oh my goodness, okay. Oops. Okay, $25 million infusion from chairman drives equipment and team expansion. That's 20 days ago. Let me see, are we still here? We will ignore that and move on to what we are reading here. So okay, and they went on to say we are talking about a product that will be 3 times more expensive to produce than the traditional solar modules, though this is understandable because it is an innovative product. Based on the latest report, the company has $13.5 million in cash. We also noticed a significant cash burn of $5.7 million from August 2020. At this cash burn rate and based on the production cost outlined, we fail to see how this company will be able to commercialize its product without the use of additional capital. We believe that the most likely scenario is that this capital will be in the form of stock offering in the near future. Okay, are you guys still there? Yes, all right, we are still there. Okay, hit that like button, please. Hit that like button, you're there. So we're talking about Signal Alpha. These folks at Signal Alpha, what they're saying is that these guys for sure are definitely going to raise more money. You know, the last time they checked in 2019, their outstanding shares were about 36 million, but right now it has outstanding shares of about 52.965 million. So the company, you know, it needs cash, and it keeps going to get that cash. And just in case, you know, we are trying to, you know, also support what they're saying with this chart, you know. So they can see as at only 31st end of the year 2020. See, end of the year, yeah, it was trading at $7.54, and at some point on 19th, which was last Friday, 19th of February 2021, it was trading at 34.47. This is a company that is developing a product, and an innovative product. You know, amongst other things, you can evidently and easily see that this company will, you know, take advantage of this, you know, its innovation, and keep raising money, and it's already in the public domain. It will continue to raise money. So the caveat there is that beware, there's going to be dilutions, you know. So this is what these guys are to some extent saying, that, you know, they're definitely going to raise more money. They're definitely going to bring more shares to the market. So what are your thoughts here? We are delighted with the technology, but we have some serious concerns about the company's valuation. There is a possibility of a buy in some years, but there is a long road to reach that point. Having generated zero revenue so far, and with the likelihood of a stock offering being high in our opinion, we believe that at this price level the company should be avoided. Okay, that's their warning. Okay, somebody's asking us what's our opinion on BLSP. Okay, so though the person's not on the chart, but we're still gonna have a look at that. So so if you're there, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. So Solar Windows has been moving sideways since it had this it just dropped off from the sky sometime just before 11:25 Eastern US time, and it moved up again. It definitely is the sort of thing you see from short action took place there. So at that happened at 24.38, and it dropped down to 22.51, and probably maybe bought back again, the same person or some other person, and with that action it shot through the short-term trend lines, and that pierced through again through the 20-day trend line, and back again through that 20-day trend line. But it has been moving sideways, all those trend lines bunched up there, you can't even tell which is which. And at this point it was getting some support. It was riding on the 50-day trend line, and some folks probably thought it's a good time, it's consolidating, then he put in some more cash. It bust through the volume weighted average price up here to 24.50, and probably the guy saw, look, this is high now, let me take out some cash, or some other person who probably gotten from here or thereabouts. Look, this has added me some $2 and some fraction, depending on how the quantity he had. Sold out again, it didn't even budge, it didn't go through the nothing, not even anywhere close to any of the trend lines, and some other people saw that more money and sideways. But of late as well, it pierced through the, or rather got some support, rode the 200-day trend line, and it wasn't good enough. It pierced through again, got some support at the $24 level, and moved sideways for some time. That will be close to 20. That will be close to 10 minutes or something like that. And then again saw some resistance at that 200 level, 200 trend line level. All of these are on the 1 minute chart. This is where to be, the 1 minute chart. You see what is going on right now. Right there, if you are obviously trading, day trading, if you are confident about doing so, so this is what's going on here. But since that time, it's been up and down, seen some resistance at that 250-day trend line, but after some time, after it declined down to 24.06, it bust through all of those trend lines, but it never came close to the 200 day. But right now it's at 24.25, and it's been moving sideways for the past 3, 4, 5 seconds now. And so yes, the folks at Seeking Alpha is, they're saying you should avoid the stock. So if you, well, obviously we're just covering the markets, we're not we don't have any, we're not preferring no opinion to this, so yeah, we've got the likes, we've got 2 likes now. If you're there, hit that like button. Let's get this going, let's get the let's get this count going, let's get the subscriber count going, let's get the likes going, let's get it going, folks. And then we'll just go and have a look at the stock somebody wants us to look at, BLSP. Blue Sphere Corp is up 21.21%. Okay, Blue Sphere Corp is up. So right, this is based on this 1 minute chart. It's trading just below only the 50-day trend line, but above the short-term trend lines, the 10 and the 20 trend lines. But somewhere, so for some reason as well, we can see down here, you can see the 200-day trend line. This stock. Okay, it's very much been moved sideways, yeah, still very much sideways, but at some point somebody with some heavy interest here just to call his money out, and it just bottomed out. That occurred here as well. It's been here and there as well, and so even though it's up 19.7%, At some point, it was even higher than that. You know, at some point, it was somewhere higher than it was. It's currently 21% now. So at this level, we're talking about yeah, more than let's say 26% or thereabout there. You know, so okay, let's see what's going on with this stock. You know. Yeah, if you're there, just subscribe, like, and share. If you're already subscribed, just hit that like button, please, man. Let's get this going. BLSP, Blue Sphere Corp. Obviously, you know, it's up 19.32%. Okay, today, okay, that wasn't today. Yesterday, it crossed below the 50-day trend line. So this stock also has lost some momentum as well. It has market cap of $70 million, 5.3 billion shares outstanding. Okay, we don't have any news on it. We don't have any news. 162.9 million shares, which is below average. What is it saying technically? It appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend, although its MACD is below the signal line. We can see that here. We can see that the MACD, that's this blue line, is below the signal line, that orange one. But shares remain 443.9% above an upward sloping 200-day trend line. Momentum for BLSP is strongly bearish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is below 20, the level which many analysts call oversold. This means that investors have been actively selling shares and driving the price lower, but maybe not exactly what's going on today. Today's volume is on track to be lighter than usual, with 162.932 million shares having traded so far. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Okay, BLSC Blue Sphere Corp. Okay, so that's an interesting stock. It's worth keeping an eye on. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Can we find still? Okay, let's see if we can find any news. Okay, so it's quite popular on Reddit, I believe, and it seems this guys as well have a news or two about it. Seeking Alpha. Yeah, if you're there, subscribe, like, and share. So while we wait for that, how the current stock market mania took off, the perfect storm. Okay, let's see whether they wrote about it down here. Okay, so the nano caps, you know, starting just in the past month, nano cap stocks are often skyrocketing 50 to 100% in a single day with no news. Many appear to happen after promotions on WallStreetBets pages on Reddit and all their platform put in use. Some of these stocks include IV, FH, expr, koss, BLSP, and AAGH. For the most part, in the pre-market, when volume is normally thin, so can be manipulated up quickly. These are now happening daily. Some like BLSP has no operating business on net worth. Okay, so you have to be careful with all of these stocks, including the ones we've been covering on this site, on this platform. We can even see well, all in all, there's this. You can see that. Okay, it says clean energy. Once it became it became likely Joe Biden will be elected. Anything clean energy related took off. The surge again on election, and the surge again on his election, and again on his inauguration. A prime example is Sunworks, a company on its last legs, also a company we covered for a long time, surged 1,000%, then another 500,000%, another 500%. Clean energy ETFs, PW, PBW, QCLN, over 200% in the past year. That's just an average. Many of them way more. So, well, this is a criticism, and you might say some of these companies are on their last legs, but the reason why they're on the last leg is that they don't have funds to get their products, their ideas going. But market participants, but the idea that these guys can do something, and they bought their stocks, and so many of them now have raised the funds that they need, to remain viable. And in as much as you might say all you have to say about them, have to say about them, but ultimately it is people that takes the dullness out of the companies. If market participants decide to put their money in the stock, yes, things can change. If they don't, if decide not to, they will stay there. So in as much as indeed there has to be caution, but market participants, they've decided, they've spoken, they've put their money in these stocks. They put their money in Sunworks, Fuel Cell Energy, name them, American Battery Metals. All of these stocks and all of these companies now, they are waking up now, and they are trying to respond to the interest that market participants have given them. They are I believe going about their business now, trying to get things done and all that stuff. So you can say that much of the funds that they are relying on now, in remotely, because the funds come into their stocks, and they conversely go ahead and issue more shares and raise more capital, is driven by the stimulus checks and all that stuff. And look, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. These companies will survive, and then the market participants will also make money. So it's if you want to see the negative here in all that, there's also the positive here. Without this pandemic, some of these companies wouldn't be probably enough for us to go green. It may not have been even be enough for Biden to have a Green New Deal, pursue this renewable energy drive. It wouldn't have been, it may not have even been enough. The other element there is the stimulus checks that came about because of the pandemic. So why not? Never say never. Some of them never knew that this was going to happen. They never knew that they would be able to raise the funds they have raised now. They never knew their market caps will be where it is today. I remember Fuel Cell Energy. I can clearly remember when it wasn't even up to $2. Today it's at $25. Yes, and how did it get there? It's market participants. They said, look, yes, if Plug Power has done it, this company, Fuel Cell Energy, can do it as well. So yeah. So if you're there, subscribe, like, and share. Hit that subscribe button. Give us more likes, and let's get going, man. Let's get going. Let's get this done. So we will just try and see if we can start from where we were before. GME. and review what's going on here. GME is up 7.59%. Yes, Gamestop is currently trading between its 20-day and 10-day trend line. It has had some swings, so it's quite interesting. Not just it moved sideways for some time between 11:55 Eastern US time and 12:15 or thereabout. But since that time, some folks felt that they'd be tired and took some money out, and some other people looked okay. Now it is below all of those the short and intermediate trend lines. Then he put some money, and they put some money. It didn't come any close. They took their money out, declined and got some support from the 200-day trend line, and then they probably felt it was good enough at this time. It's trading at a discount with some small cash, and it wasn't okay for them. Not fascinating. They took it out, and they broke through the 200-day trend line. But at that point as well, that it became really interesting for some day traders. They piled in some more cash. It bust through all those trend lines, but never really got through to that 50-day trend line. And a few lost interest, and it got some support at the $48.41 point, and then again somebody felt, all right, let me try, and it bust through that 200 trend line that it never got to before. And once it did that, some probably felt it's trading at a premium, took their money out, fell through to the 10-day trend line, and then some more left now. But right now it's just below all of those trend lines. The volume weighted average price, all of them, it's below all of them right now at 48.12. So yeah, that's what's going on with Gamestop. So let's look at AMC. AMC is down 0.52%, trading below all of its trend lines, all of them. Yeah, okay, let's have a look at BlackBerry. BlackBerry is up slightly, 0.1%, trading in between the shorter trend lines, that is the 10-day, 20-day, 50-day, and the longer term trend lines. Getting some support there, but it seems it might break through that. But this is based on the 1-minute chart. So let's look at ABML, American Battery Metals. American Battery Metal is up 13.78%, but only just trading above the 200-day trend line, and it has moved sideways as well, moved sideways a lot between 12:10 Eastern US time and up till now. It's been, even though we had some some sell-offs here, it fell from 290 to 287, and probably the folks there noticed this and applied in some money, and it's skyrocketed to 291. And then when it reached there, they saw that there wasn't any trend line nearby. They took their money off and they moved sideways, and it pierced through all of those short-term trend lines and the intermediate one as well. And at this point, they felt it's a good deal, it's a good discount now. Put more money again, bust through all of those lines. Very much sinusoidal for the best part of 5 minutes, I guess, and then from then it fell through down to 2.87, and then at this point as well, they noticed this is a big discount, and they put more money, bust through again through all those short-term and intermediate trend lines, took out money again. So this is how it's been going right now. It is just getting some resistance from the 10-day trend line. So American Battery Metals is up 13.78% right now at $2.89. So let's look at HYSR. If you're just there, subscribe, like, and share. If you're already a subscriber, hit that like button, and we want to get this like count past that 2 that it is now. Let's get some more likes, man. Let's give us some more likes, please. We're only at 2 now. Let's get it going. Let's get going. So yes, Sun Hydrogen is up 5.19%. That just like American Battery Metals is very much sideways, even though at the same time gradually pacing up from around this point, around 12:40 it's just moved up, and then also saw some sell-off as well, but keeps on getting support in between the 20-day and the 10-day trend lines. And at this point again, there was a huge significant sell-off, even though at some point it cooled off and then got some support just right above the 200-day trend line. But it's been swinging widely. Some folks in the market there feel that the pattern is working, and they're playing it very well. It's really working, and I trust that from here now they might see a spike again. So because this trend has worked, they are going to make the best of it. So Sun Hydrogen is up 4.96%. If you're there, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribe right now. Let's get this party going, man. Let's get this party going. It's Sun Hydrogen, and we're moving on to the next one, which will be Thoscan. Thoscan Holdings is down 9.94%. You can see that it's way below all of its trend lines, and it's still losing some steam there, down to 18.615%. It's been swinging widely, and it's got its trend lines all mixed up. We can see the 200-day, which is this red one, trying to dive in from the top and piercing through those other shorter trend lines, and so it's been quite dramatic on its on this chart based on this 1 minute type. So we'll just quickly move on to Sunworks. We just spoke about it a few minutes ago. Sunworks is up 36.93%. Yes, 36.93%. You can see that here it climbed steadily, and deviating from its 10-day trend line, and some folks felt they've had enough, and they took some money out, fell through the 10-day trend line, and some of the folks felt at this point, yes, I think I need to put more money, and they put more money in, and no, it got some resistance there. They took money out, and then but from some time, a few minutes ago thereabout, they took money out, and it fell gradually and through the 50-day trend line. But since that time, they've probably felt it's seen it's at a discount at this 15 level, 1510 level thereabout. They put more money, and it's now moving up now at almost 40% now, you know. Yeah, so this is what's going on with Sunworks. There must be some news out there, you know, that's driving the stock, you know. So the next one is Fuel Cell Energy. Okay, it's only just modestly up 4.72%. So if you're there, subscribe, like, and share. If you're already a subscriber, just hit that like button. Let's get this count going, okay? Okay, Fuel Cell is up 4.89%, trading just only below its 50-day trend line. Okay, and at some point, yeah, it was higher than 5%. At some point, it was, you know, as high as $18.40. Okay, which is maybe not so far away from here. Maybe at that price we're talking about, maybe at 7% or thereabout. So let's move on to the next one. That will be Ozop Energy. If you're there, hit that like button, subscribe, share, subscribe, like, and share. And Ozop is up 7.97%. We have a position there, so it's important that you know that it's up 7.97%, as we indicated, but currently trading below all of its trend lines. And for some reason, all of those trend lines got bunched up somewhere at some point during this session. We're doing some sideways movement that lasted for about the best part of 25 minutes. Yeah, that got all of those trend lines bunched up, but and afterwards it started to trade below the radar. That will be below all of those trend lines, and currently it's still some sustained some gain, you know, at 7.97%. So at this point it would have been at somewhere more than maybe close to 15% or thereabout at this price, at this $2.697 price. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. That will be ASTI. ASTI is up 13.17%. We can see that even though it's up 13.17%, it's currently below all of its trend lines right now, and just seeing some resistance at its volume weighted average price. Ascent Solar is up 13.77%. Biosolar is up 4.51%. That's another stock that has been moving sideways. You know, people, market participants have noticed a trend that works, so they've been playing it. You know, you can see what's going on. This cyclical pattern here going in here. You know, yeah, it works. If it gets there and it's not moving, take money out. And if it's consolidating here, not moving, put more money. If it hasn't, if you're, you know, nothing's going on, just take money out right away, and it does that. You know, that's a pattern that has worked, and yeah, they might continue to do that. It's up 4.51%. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one, VTNR. If you want us to cover any stock, just you know, put the word out there on the chat box, and we will look at it. Okay, so you know, we've got 10 viewers right now. Let's get all the likes. If you're there, like and share, subscribe. Let's get going, folks. Let's get going. So we're looking at Vertex Energy. Vertex Energy is up 5.27%, trading only just above its 10-day trend line, and moved sideways for some time, pretty long time. You know, somewhere from 11ish or 11ish US Eastern US time, and stayed that way for the best part of 1 hour. But some folks got bored and took money out, and it fell through. You know, through its 200-day trend line and fell further. And you know, this scared some people off, and some are trying to come back now. You know, so that's what's going on with Vertex Energy based on this 1 minute chart we are looking at right now. So we will just go ahead and look at plug power. Plug power is up 4.76. It's up 4.76%, currently trading above all of its trend lines. You know, it's snaked around for some time, traded above, or rather below the short-term and intermediate trend lines, and wasn't getting enough support, and it broke through that 200-day trend line, and was almost going to break through this volume of it with it price line. But it got some support there, and they probably felt this is it's at a discount right now. Let me, you know, put in more money, and since gone on to pierce through all of those trend lines, but it's also gotten some weakness here now at that $48.82 price. So it's up 4.51%. So we'll just go ahead and look at GIVO. GIVO is down, rather up 4.62%, currently trading slightly above all of those trend lines, slightly above all of them. Yeah, so let's look at Go EV. Canoe Inc. is up 7%. Fusion Fuel Green is down 1.98%. That's Churchill Capital down 12.1%. So yes, Churchill Capital is down. There's some fears about its merger with Lucid, the luxury EV maker. So let's look at QuantumScape QS. QuantumScape is up 9.05%. Currently trading in between its all of its trend lines, so just slightly above the rather in between the 10 and the 20-day trend lines. So at some point it was higher than what it is right now. So we'll just go ahead and look at Sorrento. Sorrento is up 0.45%, trading below all of its trend lines. And let's look at REZZF, Renewable Energy Solutions, up 24.25%. We have a position in renewable energy, so it's important that you know that. So it's quite a fascinating pattern we've seen here. Almost the stuff of only one participant. So if you're there, subscribe, like, and share. If you're already a subscriber, hit that like button. We want to get that like count past 2 as it is now. Okay, so let's keep liking, keep commenting, get us some stock you want us to have a look at. So we'll move on to SunVault Energy SVLT. It's up 22.84%. We also have a position there as well. Okay, we have Romeo Power. Romeo Power is up 1.94%. At some point it was higher than that, trading below all of its trend lines, including the volume weighted average price. So we have Northern Genesis Lion Electric, up 2.24%. Ocean Power, PowerTech's up 6.33%, only just above the 200-day trend line and the volume weighted average price. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, okay, we got 2 likes. If you're there, give us a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Let's get this party going on, man. So we'll move on, and yes, Ocean PowerTech is up 6.31%. So the next one is American Lithium. American Lithium is up 7.97%, but currently trading below all of its trend lines, apart from probably the volume weighted average price. It was trading sideways, and some market participants got bored and or got scared and took money out, and since that time it has been the story, downwards and loss of momentum, and right now it's at 7.72% up in the session, but at some point it was way more than that, 7.72%. I'll probably say at 14%. So this takes us to TDC. Teradata is up 0.58%, trading above all of its trend lines. MGNI is Magnite is up 7.4%, trading in between all of its trend lines. Medman up 8.98%, trading above all of its trend lines. Moved sideways for a few minutes. Sideways cyclically as well, and yeah, but currently up 8.98% at $0.465. Cheetah Mobile up 1.35%. So Lake Resources down 5%. Global Battery Metals up 8.77%. If you're there, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe please, man. Let's get this count going. Let's get the likes going. Let's get things going, man, folks. And then we have Vision Hydrogen is down 1.89%. Next one is Torchlight Energy. Torchlight Energy is up 0.33%. If you look at Torchlight, then you might have to look at MMAT, Meta Materials, ATF is up 1.43%. Regal Pharmacy up 4.41%. QUIK is up 3.52%. Q Logic Corp and Greenland Technologies up 7.11%. Was getting some support from the 10-day trend line, but has just deviated and moved upwards now. Okay, let's look at WHLR, Whaler Real Estate Investment Trust is up 4.29%. BSQR up, rather down 1.14%. LISH is an ADR up 6.95%. So this brings us to RTP. Reinvent Technologies up 3.24%. Yolo Waste Solutions, that's a very good green tech company, has been moving sideways for the best part of 1 hour, yes, but has managed to just remain above all of its trend lines at the moment. So Yolo Waste Solutions, if you check our videos, you will see we just had a video concerning it today. And then we'll move on to Fisk. Fisk is collaborating with Foxconn. Foxconn, the major Apple contractor. They are collaborating to come up with an EV in the next year or thereabout. So yes, we're getting a notification here saying that the Kendall report is live. So this is one guy we follow and we watch his video. So get on there, search Kendall report and see what he has to say. And yeah, if you're there, hit that like button. Let's get it past 2 now. We just at 2 likes. We want to get more likes. Hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Let's get this party going. Let's get it all up. And then yeah, Fisk is up 31.19%. as we indicated. They are collaborating with Foxconn, the Taiwanese company that is a major player in the iPhone and yeah, the iPhones and stuff like that. So we'll move on to Oshkosh. Oshkosh is up 4.93%. Next one is RMGB. RMG acquisition is up 7.0%. 7%. Yes, RMG acquisition is still up 6.98%. So next one is FRSX. There, subscribe, like, and share. For site automation is up 10.39%. Currently trading above all of its trend lines at $7.86. DMYI is up roughly 24%. DMY Technologies Group Inc. But trading only above its 200-day trend line. So Workhouse is down 8.53%. pltr is down 1.3%. Tail rate is up 9.2%. Kronos is up 1.3%. So we have SNDL, Sundial Growers, up 10.32%, trading below its trend lines, but seeing some resistance at its 50-day trend line. So let's look at SYPR. If you're there, subscribe, like, and share. If you're really a subscriber, just like that, hit that subscribe, hit that like button. SYPR. Did we get that? Did we get that right? Yes, we did. Okay, we're not getting anything there. Connection to your account server interrupted. Reconnecting. Okay. So Cypress Solutions is up 84.21%. Let's ensure you guys are still connected. Yes. Okay, let's get this likes past 2. Keep liking, and oops. So Cypress is up 83.65%. I think it's a subcontractor to the Department of Defense, and they got a go-ahead to one of its contracts, and then that must be that is the news behind this move we are looking at right now. The next one is ONTX on Canova Therapeutics is up 8.13%. Apple is up down 0.63%. GSAT is up 2.186%. Global Star. ZOM is oops, we have a problem again. Okay, so Medica is up 8.73%. NVOS. Novo Integrated is trading halted. Okay, that's what we're getting here, but it's up 130.15%. So you can see the message here says trading is halted. Yeah, Novo Integrated Sciences is up 130.15%. VG Acquisition is up 5.22%. Gore Holdings is down 0.43%. Clean Energy Fuels is up 2.47% at $13.925. Are you guys still there? Okay, you're still there. Let's get this likes going, man. We just have 2 likes, Somebody give us another like over there, and AREC. American Resources up 13.93%. ELCR ELCR is unchanged. Westport Fuel Systems up 3.77%. VIHD Vision Hydrogen is down 1.89%. Novask Inc. is up 8.35%. Yes, HCMC is down 3.33%, 6.67%. MMEX is down 11%. We have a position in MMEX. And then we have AMLM, American Lithium Minerals, is down 3.83%. BHTG is Biohightech is up 7.21%. And we have CGIX is up 22.36%. Cancer Genetics Inc. Gamida Cells Limited is up 7%. Neptune Wellness is up 4.17%. Aurora Mobile is down 2.57%. Okay, RCM Technologies is up 12.59%. Aurora Cannabis is up 2.32%. Afria is up 8.8%. Afria Inc. Infinity Pharmaceuticals up 3.53%. Yeah, Huya Inc. is down 0.47%. We have Atlas Crest Investment Corp up 1.57%. Passion Square Tontine Holdings is a SPAC, is down 0.43%. Peridot Acquisition is up 4.11%. Torchlight Energy, I think we've covered it earlier on. It's down 1.16%. Lucid is Churchill Capital. I believe it was down earlier on, still down 14.6%. Socket Mobile. They developed an SDK for scanning using your iPhone 12, and that news broke last week or the last 2 weeks, and since that time the stock has moved up and it has remained in double digits, I believe. DSG Global Inc. up 8.84%. Yeah, so let's see what's going on in the markets. Let's get some news here. Yeah, if you're there, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Let's get this going here. We only have two likes. Let's add another like there. If you're there. Breaking news. Look inside the Dow. What does it say here? A look inside the Dow Industrial Average shows Boeing is up 7.47%, Visa is up 3.18%, IBM is up 1.98%, and some of the better performing names are some of the better performing names today. Conversely, Home Depot down 2.55% is at the bottom of the standing. Okay, so the Dow has added 4.3% today. Elsewhere at the top of the hour, the Treasury $61 billion 5-year note auction drew a high yield of 0.621% on a bid. Okay. You can see here says central banks say no tapering, markets aren't buying it. Let's read that. Fed's Powell says may take over 3 years to hit inflation aim. USD yields keep rising. 10-year yields above 1.4%. ECB uneasy with yield rise. Japan yields above BOJ target. Okay, markets don't seem to be buying it. US Treasury yield rose on Wednesday, that's today, to 1-year highs above 1.4%, extending this year's near 50 basis point jump that has dragged up sovereign borrowing costs in Europe, Japan, and elsewhere. The reckoning is that the spending set up by US President Joe Biden's administration and post-vaccine economic reopening will fuel the global growth and inflation rebound, forcing central banks to taper or withdraw stimulus ahead of schedule. A brighter outlook may indeed justify high yields, but what has started to spook markets is a sudden move up in the so-called real yields or returns in excess inflation. That shift can tighten financial conditions, suck cash from stock markets, and in general hamper the recovery. So this may be the reason why we have seen some of the penny stocks as well also equally suffering as well. A brighter outlook may indeed justify higher yields, but what has started to we've read that it spooks policymakers too. From the Federal Reserve's Jerome Powell to New Zealand's Adrian Orr, many have weighed in this week to stress policy will remain loose for some time. But the mantra they have chanted for years seems now to be falling on deaf ears. Powell's the world's most powerful central banker knocked yields just a couple of basis points lower, even after commenting that the inflation target was more than 3 years away. Eurozone yields only briefly headed European Central Bank's Chief Christine Lagarde's warning on Monday that the bank was closely monitoring the recent rise in yields. The reason, according to IMG Bank, is that markets are pricing with an increasing degree of conviction the end of ultra easy policies. Market confidence in the strength of the US recovery is so strong and widespread that the tapering boat has sailed away, they said, predicting tapering to happen by the end of 2021, earlier than the early 2022 predicted by the Fed survey. We expect consensus is converging to our view, they said. Money markets show investors expect the Fed rate rise next year. Some bet on an even earlier move. Eurodollar futures suggest a roughly 64% chance of a 25 basis point rate hike by the end of 2022. A week ago, it was seen at 52%. If traveling and dining and shopping fully resume in the coming months, it could unleash trillions of dollars in pent-up savings worldwide. Just in the United States, personal savings totaled $2.38 billion at a seasonally adjusted annual rate in December, higher than at any time before the pandemic. That makes it an inflection point of sorts for the economy, according to April LaRouche, head of fixed income investment specialist at Insight Investment. At times like this, even stronger forward guidance can fall flat, she said. Markets here, central bankers saying, stop it. Markets, you're going too far. But they are worrying central banks might change their mind as new data emerges, LaRouche said. Markets are saying, yes, we believe you are saying, we believe what you're saying, but conditions could change and could necessitate a change of policy. Elsewhere, it's a similar picture in New Zealand, always highlighting of potential downside risks to the economy, contrasted with the buoyant picture painted by the data. Okay, Bank of New York Mellon noted across the board rises in 1 year forward inflation swaps, essentially gauges of future inflation from Canada to Australia. Risks are now more toward for the removal of easing prospects, they added. There's of course the possibility that pledges to keep policy ultra loose in the face of recovering growth only fan inflation expectations further. So could markets force central banks to act rather than just jawboning? Here the Fed faces less of a dilemma than its peers. Japan's 10-year yields are near the highest since 2018 at 0.12%, posing credibility issues for a central bank that aims to hold yields around 0%. The ECB too, already struggling to lift growth and inflation, may have to step up bond purchases until emergency asset purchase program to combat rising yields. At the moment, it's a tension between markets and central banks rather than a conflict, though that might come, said Jacob Nell, the head of European economics at Morgan Stanley. Okay, so that's some news we gave you there, quite a long one. So if you're still there, if I've bored you out, sorry about that. But if you're there, give us your like and let's see what's going on. FIREs are still the most talked about stock at the moment. So let's return and have a look at. We looked at this stock earlier on, BLSP. Okay, this is Blue Sphere Corp. Market cap of $70 million, 5.3 billion shares outstanding. So let's click return and see what's going on. Gamestop is up 9.48%. AMC is up 1.1%. American Battery Metals up 13.78%. We have a position in the stock. Just trading slightly above its 20-day trend line. Sorry, 200-day trend line, but it has now dropped and trading in between the other trend lines. HYSR. HYSR is up 10%. Okay. Anybody still there? Yeah. So we are okay. Let's move on and see. OZUP Energy is up 7.38%. We have a position in OZUP Energy as well. So the next one will be ASTI, Ascent Solar. Ascent Solar is up 12.28%. So this is the market heat map. We have Boeing up 7.12%, Raytheon up 5.38. Obviously this is not live. Let's look at the S&P 500 small cap, S&P 600 small cap. Neogenomics up 4.77%. That's a lot of stocks. Through mobile. Of these are, I believe, in the positive, the green ones. That's a lot of stocks we have there. Okay. Let's look at the Nasdaq. You can see Tesla there is up 3.4%. Booking Holdings Inc. up 3.41%. Trading at $2,439. Skyworks, okay, up 2.85. Xilinx is up 1.6%. Google up 0.68%. Netflix up 0.73%. So these other ones are in the negative. We have Amazon down 1.4%. Okay, let's have a look at Gamestop again. Gamestop is up 9.01%. Next one is AMC. AMC is up 0.78%. BlackBerry is down 0.11%. ABML up 13.78%. HYSR down up 9.63%. Sunworks is up 29.99%. Fuel Cell Energy up 3.23. Plug Power, I believe, might be about the same. Yeah, right about the same, 3 point and some fraction. Okay, Toscan is down 12.7%. WNDW is up 9.57%. So the other one is CWSFF. Yolo waste is down 0.13. Yeah. So we're not getting enough view at the moment, so we are going to take a break and come back later on. Thank you if you're there. Thank you very much for following us, and